Welcome back to The Real Room. I'm your host, Lacretia Mitchell, and on this episode, we're pulling back the curtain on a story that shows the real power of creating, not just for the likes, but for the legacy. Our guest today is none other than Tre Smith, a creative force right here in Oklahoma, helping brands elevate their presence by producing content that doesn't just look good, but truly connects. What makes this journey so special is how it began. Not in a boardroom, not with a business plan, but with love, family, and a camera. It started years ago, watching his mother record every family moment, planting a seed in him about the beauty of capturing life. That seed grew when his daughter dreamed of starting a YouTube channel. And as a father, he believed in her. Trey picked up that camera and never put it down. From family videos to food content to producing powerful stories for others, his path is layered with discipline, faith, and focus. He's transitioned from years on the football field to finding his place beyond the game. Through it all, he stayed anchored in his why, spreading positivity, motivating others, and being the best example for his daughter. Trey isn't just making content, he's making an impact. And my hope is that his journey inspires you to pick up your own camera, whatever that may be in your life, and recognize the power in capturing moments, sharing stories, and creating something bigger than yourself. Let's get into it. Welcome, sir. How are you?
Man, I'm great. I'm great. Happy to be here. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
BigTrey in the
man,
house. In the real
my thing
room.
out here a little bit.
Come on. Listen, I see you. I see you. For those that don't know who you are, I feel like I gave a good intro, but who is Trey?
Man, Trey, right now, I'm a content creator, and I specialize in just highlighting everything that's good about Oklahoma. From restaurants to events, different businesses that we have, and I'm just trying to put Oklahoma on the map. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, we see your work. We appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you.
Somebody got to do it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, man. A lot of people see the videos and they think it's all glitz and glamour, but it's a lot that go into it,
And we're going to get into that. First, I want to start off with or this or that, okay?
Yep, let's do it.
I'm really going to do more of a question for you.
All right.
And so I was on my way here and I was like, oh, I'm going to ask him this because I'm sure there's people out there that want to know.
For sure.
Okay, so social media platform, which one do you prefer?
The one that I prefer, I prefer TikTok.
Okay, why?
I like TikTok because I think it's a little more user friendly for me.
Yeah.
I've been on Instagram so long, I know how to use it and stuff like that. But I don't know. I've been drawn to TikTok. That's kind of where I started.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's where my platform blew up. So it got a special place in my heart. You know? Yeah.
What would you say to somebody out there right now that is getting started in content creating? Like, what advice would you give them?
Start. A lot of people, they try to wait for the perfect opportunity. It's like, man, it's no perfect opportunity. Everything's not going to line up exactly how you want it. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at some of my videos early on, and they were trash. You know what I'm saying? Like according to my standards now, I look back and it's like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? I thought about taking them down, but I'm like, nah, I'm gonna leave it up here so people can see the growth that I've had. You know what I'm saying? But my advice to them, man, just get started. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be some bumps in the road. Everything might not look as good as you want or sound as good as you want right now. But who's to say what it's gonna look like 3 months from now, 6 months from now? You know, so just get out there and put some action into it.
Just do it. Just do it. You brought up a good point because I think a lot of people, when you think about content, like everybody wants things to be so perfect, right? And to whose standard is perfect, right?
Yeah.
And so you mentioned you didn't take down your old stuff, and I like that because then somebody can go and take a look and see, okay, wait. He just was out there just posting, right?
I highly discourage y'all from going out there and checking out the old stuff because I don't like it. But if y'all want to see some major growth, check it
Yeah,
out. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's
So
cool. That's
yeah.
cool. Okay, what has been your favorite piece of content thus far?
Ooh, so far, man, it's got to be the rodeos and the trail rides. I
Yeah.
love those.
Why?
Oh
Why?
my
Come on.
goodness. One, it's just a fun place to be.
Yeah.
But on a more serious note, like it's a lot of history in those rodeos. You know what I'm saying? Oklahoma has two of the oldest black rodeos in the nation, with the Boley Rodeo
Yep.
and the Roy LeBlanc Rodeo down in Omogie. So I just feel like that history needs to be shown, our culture needs to be shown
Yeah.
and appreciated. And I try to do my thing,
Yeah.
So
I've watched those. It's been just some of the people I'm like, okay, I know them. I know them.
yeah.
But I love that you bring up it's the history. Like you get to learn a lot when you're
Absolutely.
creating content, and then you
Yep.
get the opportunity and have the responsibility of sharing that, right?
Yep.
Tell us what your why is and why you do what you do. And I
Um,
think you've hit on it, but
yeah.
let's dig a little deeper in
For
that.
sure. I think for me, it's all about the representation. When I started out, man, I didn't see a lot of people who looked like me, who sounded like me, who like to go to places I like to go to.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to highlight those places and those spaces and shed light on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I definitely think it's something that's needed in this space. I
Absolutely.
mean, we had a conversation just about, what you put out and just how you've battled with that, whether you share some stuff that
Yeah.
could go viral
Right,
easily.
right. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
How do you check yourself on that? Like, how do you say, no, Trey, don't do it?
Yeah, yeah. I think I've built my platform on positivity,
Yeah.
and that's what I wanted to show since day one. And like you said, like I've gotten a couple clips from rodeos or wherever I've been that I know could go viral, but they don't show us in the best light. You know what I'm saying? So I just have to remind myself, like, hey, it ain't always about the likes
Yeah.
or the comments. You know what I'm saying? It's about showing us in the best light possible, and just allowing everybody to experience that instead
Yeah.
of the bad side.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah.
I get it. Let's go beyond just creating for the brands. Why do you keep creating even when so many others are doing the same thing now?
Oh man, yeah,
Yeah.
you ain't lying because every time I get on social media, it's somebody new. You
Everybody.
know what I'm saying? But I mean that's cool because
Yeah.
I think just for me though, I've been fortunate enough to find out what makes me unique.
Mm-hmm.
And like my voice is
Yeah.
one of the main things, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm confident in that. And so really it don't matter who step in the room with me. Like we all can talk about the same thing, but it's gonna be from everybody's different perspective. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And
Right.
so my video is gonna be completely different from yours or anybody else's. So I'm confident in that in what I do and in the product that I put out,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
come on, all y'all,
Yeah.
come on. You
Listen,
know what
he
I'm
said, come
saying?
on.
Yeah, we ready.
I think that's one of the biggest things, like in the industry that I'm in,
hmm
right? So real
Yeah.
estate,
Oh yeah,
okay?
everybody give me that.
Everybody and their grandma a
That's
real estate
tough.
agent now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And for me, I've never been the type of person that feels like I have to compete
Right.
or anything with
For
anybody,
sure.
just because I know the unique gift that I have and how I
Exactly.
serve my people.
Yeah.
And so I think it's important. How do you continue to level up and grow? Because I know
hmm
how I do so that I can stay relevant
Yeah.
and on top of my game. But
Right.
how do you stay relevant? How do you continue to get better at what you're doing?
I always try to learn something about what I'm speaking about.
Mhm.
So let's say like the rodeo, for instance. A lot of people may not know this is the oldest rodeo in the nation, or
Mhm.
they may not know how successful of a town Boley, Oklahoma was back in the day. And it just dropping little tidbits like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be much. But just throwing little gems in there will kind of separate, myself from a lot of other people who may just be in it to show the fun of the rodeo or
Mhm.
something like that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's funny to me because I sit here and I'm like, okay, the fact that you in the real room, like I've
yeah,
been watching you for a minute, and I told you my husband was the first person that
yeah,
introduced
yeah.
me to just your videos, and
hmm
I don't know how long you been doing. I think like maybe 2 years
Yeah, it's
ago.
about 2 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, about 2 years.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so that's when I first caught wind of your content. And I
Yes,
was like, okay,
ma'am.
I like him. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I
oh,
appreciate
but the
that.
fact that you're here, I'm just like, oh my God, this is like a big deal. Y'all, I got Tre Smith in here. Y'all see
Man,
this?
hey
Everybody
man,
see this?
nah, it's a pleasure to be here, man. I like you said, I've been watching your husband's content for a
Content.
while, and I've
Yeah.
seen you in there. So I love y'all relationship and all that. So it's
Yeah.
a pleasure to be here with you.
My boo thing.
Yeah, yeah. He
Listen,
seems like a good dude.
my boo
For
thing.
sure, for sure. Shout out to him.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
and I think his Bourbon Brody on TikTok. Listen, I don't
Uh-huh.
be on TikTok like it that,
Yeah, yeah.
y'all.
I've learned a few things about bourbon from him. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Just
yeah.
watching his content. So shout out to him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's his thing.
absolutely.
Okay, so why is spreading light so important to you in the digital space, especially here in Oklahoma?
I think Oklahoma needs it. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like a lot of time we get overlooked. A
a
majority of
lot.
matters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I go out of town, and I tell people I'm from Oklahoma, they, oh man, it's black folks in Oklahoma, and what y'all doing in Oklahoma? Y'all still ride horses to
Yeah,
school? Like,
like
man,
what?
come on. You know what I'm saying? So, and another thing is like even people here in Oklahoma, like another thing that kind of grinds my gears a little bit is Oklahoma is boring. It ain't nothing to do.
Hmm.
And that kind of get to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because it's like, nah, man, I got a whole page of stuff to check out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I just want to expose people to everything we have going on out here,
Yeah.
man. And I want them to get out their comfort zone a little bit and go enjoy their city or their state, period.
Yeah.
So.
It's a beautiful thing to watch. I've been here all 43 years of my life. I'll be
Hmm.
43 in December. And to see the growth,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
like you could have said that maybe 10, 15
Right.
years ago.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There
Absolutely.
was nothing to do.
It's really come a
But
long way.
now,
Yeah.
like there's so much. And like you said, you can just go to your page and
Exactly.
you got a whole
Everything
agenda.
all over the state,
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So I get what you're saying. I
Hmm.
love this city.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
and I know you're originally from Tulsa,
Yes,
Oklahoma.
ma'am.
So let's
Yep,
talk
yep.
about just your upbringing
Hmm.
and what you were doing in Tulsa that then
Oh
brought you
man.
to Oklahoma.
Yeah. So I was born and raised in North Tulsa. You know what I'm saying? I proud graduate of Booker T. Washington High School. We got to shout out to the Hornets every time we can. But yeah, man, I was fortunate enough to get a scholarship to play football here at UCO out in
Okay.
Edmond. And so once I came out here, man, I graduated from school and all that. And by the time I had my daughter, and Tulsa back then really wasn't the spot to be.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? We
mm,
had some knucklehead activity going on out there, and
yeah.
I had a couple partners who went to jail, and
Mm,
some unfortunately passed away. And I was like, man, I don't need to be around that.
yeah.
So I just planted my roots in Oklahoma City because it's really an hour and a half from my
Mm,
mama house. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So if I need to get down there, I can. If she need to get up here, she can.
Yeah.
So and I'm far away enough from the nonsense. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So, but no, I love Oklahoma City though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Booker T.
yeah,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Listen, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna keep reading this card right
Right.
here. No, I'm playing. I'm playing with you. Okay. What do you think people don't always see behind the scenes about the heart and the hustle it takes to be a content creator? And let me actually erase that
Yeah.
question. Okay.
Hmm.
Let's talk about just your inspiration.
For sure.
We talked about your mom and her
Yeah.
always having the camera on her
Yeah.
shoulder,
Yeah.
and that kind of sparking like something in you. And then
Hmm.
it moved to your daughter wanting to
Right.
create her own podcast, YouTube
Yeah.
channel. Talk
Hmm.
about that, like just that evolution and how you are now doing what you do.
Yeah, for sure. What initially put the battery in my back, so to speak, was like you said, my mom at every family function, every cookout, every birthday, she was walking around with that big old camcorder
I
out in
remember those
everybody's
times.
face. You know what I'm saying? And back then, it's like, Mama, man, get out of my face.
Yeah.
We ain't
Yeah.
trying to do all this. You know what I'm saying? But now, when we have like family gatherings at her
Hmm.
house, she has this big old box of VHS tapes, and
Hmm.
everybody gather around, we sit, pop it in, and watch it on the big screen. You know what I'm
Yeah. That's
saying? And
amazing.
yeah, and everybody gets to see themselves when they were younger. Their kids get to see their parents when they were
Hmm.
younger. We get to see people who passed away. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it really brings a lot of joy to people. And I think what I'm doing now, has some elements of that just on a bigger scale,
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure, for
Yeah.
sure. I wish now I think about like my family took a lot of pictures back
Mm-hmm.
in the day,
Yeah.
right? But I wish we had the
Yeah.
videos. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Just to see people moving and talking and just
Yeah.
hear that. So that's amazing that she
Yeah.
did that. I think it's even more important when we think about just our community
Mm-hmm.
and not truly knowing some of the things that, far as our history and things like that. I
Right.
think it's so important to have those type of moments
Absolutely.
so it's evidence
Right.
of,
Yep.
hey,
Yep.
we was a family. We did do this. This is
Yeah.
where we came from,
Right, right. And like I don't mean to get too deep, but my
No.
grandmother had passed before or right when my daughter was born. So, we
Mm.
always just tell my daughter, like, man, my grandma would have loved you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she gets to see, my grandma like in the flesh, talking and laughing,
Yeah.
having a good time, you know what
Uh,
I'm saying? So yeah, that's just something special that I enjoy about that,
yeah. Yeah.
So
Love that. Okay, now we're going to go back to the
all
question.
right.
What do you think people don't always see behind the scenes about the heart and the hustle it takes to be a content
Man,
creator?
the grind.
Hmm.
It's a lot of people don't see me driving 3 hours to
Hmm.
Tahlequah to go up in the mountains in a barbecue restaurant, or having to drive to Inola in these small towns, and the hours spent, planning out these videos, editing these videos, dealing with some of these people, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, who reach out to me because they see value in me, but once they recognize that I know my value as
Yep.
well,
Come on.
it's an issue. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So that's a big part of it. But yeah, man, it's just a lot of time, a lot of sacrifice goes into this, man. I can't go out on dates as much as I would like to. I
Mm.
can't hang out with my partners as much as I would like to. I miss family events behind this. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So, but I'm confident in what I do, and I feel like it's all gonna be worth it in the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
So.
Just the sacrifices that a lot of people don't get to see, right?
Mhm.
They don't get to see the late nights. They don't get
Yeah.
to see, the what's going on with your car because you didn't have to drive 3 hours.
Woo,
You get what I'm
man.
saying?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't get to see the wear
Absolutely.
and the tear. Now, let me ask you this: like,
Mhm.
do you work a full time
Yeah,
job?
yeah, I still have a full 9 to 5. Like, I'm every day.
Every
Every
day.
day.
So on top of doing all
Yeah,
this,
I still
like,
gotta go clock in.
come
You
on.
know what I'm saying? I got a boss. I
Come-
got all that, but I ain't gonna say my goals and my plans because they might be watching.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I go through it.
Yeah.
I still got to deal with that
It's a
too.
major sacrifice, and you spoke on it. Like, I think it's important for people to understand why it's hard for you to go on dates and,
Hmm.
like, speak on that. Like,
Yeah.
what is it that's why you can't, I guess.
Yeah, because it just takes a lot in the quality that I want to put out.
Mm,
It takes a lot of like intricate details, and that takes
time.
time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And plus, I'm on deadlines when it comes to these companies and these
Yeah.
brands. They want their stuff out fairly quickly.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I got to get it done. And it doesn't leave a lot of time for leisure. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah.
And you talked about your value.
Hmm.
Let's speak on that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, and you don't have to give me numbers, you don't have to do any of
Hmm.
that, but a lot of people think, oh, well, I can just ask him to
Yeah.
come and,
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, like I don't mind doing stuff like that,
yeah,
because that's what built me to where I am today. You know
right.
what I'm saying? But also, I do recognize that these videos they do bring in a lot of income for a lot of these places. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of my time. Like you said, a lot of. Like I mentioned earlier, a lot of sacrifices. Like I could be doing a bunch of other stuff. I could be
Yeah,
spending time with my daughter. So
yeah,
so in some cases, I need to be compensated for that. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, like I have no problem showing love to people and all that. But two things can be true at the same time. Like, yeah, I want to look out for everybody, but also I got bills to pay
yeah,
too. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And so it's a lot that go into it. And I'm just trying to get what I deserve out here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had someone that, how do I want to ask this?
I think I know where you're
I'm
going.
trying to, I'm trying to be nice. Have you ever had someone that didn't understand your value?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
all.
a
I'm
lot
not
of
even
people.
going. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's
We
it.
ain't got to get
We
too
ain't
deep
got to
into
get
it
okay.
for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
and that's the thing. Like, and I think too. when you do realize your value
Mm-hmm.
and you communicate that,
Yeah.
people get offended by that. Like I've had like, listen, this is what it is, and this
Yeah.
is so if you want this, like this is what you're
Right.
gonna have to do,
Right.
you know.
Yep.
And then you get the well, oh, you think you or
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, I done got
okay,
all that. And
yeah.
you think you better, you hustling the community,
Yeah,
and I like,
no,
man,
it's not
no, it's
that.
not that, man. But it's a lot of costs that go into this stuff. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like gas, wear and tear on my car, equipment.
Equipment.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
man, I just upgraded to the 1 terabyte iPhone. That thing costs $1,500.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and it's a lot,
Yeah.
cameras and all that. But you
Yeah.
know, it is what it is. I mean. I've been fortunate enough to not deal with that as much as I've
Yeah.
done dealt with the positive. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Which is
So
good.
yeah, it's
Which is
all
good.
good. Yep.
Okay. So your daughter was a part of the inspiration to this whole journey.
Hmm.
How has she shaped not only your work but also the way you see yourself as a creator and a father?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I had mentioned, man, she kind of sparked it off. Like one day she came to me and said she wanted a YouTube channel, and you know,
Mhm.
we started going around the city. I'm taking her to the aquarium parks and stuff like that, and we just filming and recording.
Mm.
And I didn't want to just put up anything on YouTube for her,
Yeah.
so I started researching how to, make it look good. And in doing that, I learned, proper angles and how to use cinematic mode on my phone and
Yeah.
lighting and all that to try to make it good. And when I would put it all together and we would come down and watch it the next day or so, and just seeing her light up, like it did something to
Yeah.
me, and I just kind of fell in love with that process. So yeah, that's definitely something that I cherish. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
What
So
does she think about her daddy now?
oh, I'm the cool dad now. You know what I'm saying? People come up to us and I saw your dad's video. She
Yeah.
called me all the time, like, Dad, they said they saw your video, they saw me in the video. You know what I'm saying? She get excited, so yeah, it's a big deal to her, man. And
Yeah.
I'm proud that I've been able to put something out that she's proud of, so
I love
yeah.
that. I love that.
Hmm.
What's the biggest lesson you hope that she takes from watching you build this path?
Oh, the biggest lesson, that I hope she learns that you don't have to wait on people to bring you an opportunity. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? Like you
yeah.
got to go get it. Cause I mean, that's essentially what I did, with the help of everyone who viewed my page and
Yeah.
all that, but when nobody checking for me, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I had to get out here and put my face all on camera and,
Right.
let them hear my voice. And, fortunately it gained traction, but just that. And, I hope she picks up that it takes a lot of discipline, to be
Mhm.
successful in whatever you do,
Come on.
and the hard work and just the patience that it may take, because everybody not gonna blow up, just
Yeah.
overnight. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you said, it's been 2 years just for me to
Mhm.
get to this point where I
Yeah.
am now. So I hope she takes those things away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What would you say to anybody that is expecting that instant gratification, that instant, I'm gonna go viral, I'm gonna
yeah.
pop, what would you say to them?
I'll say be wary of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've seen plenty of people who post one video and it does crazy numbers, it
Yeah.
goes viral, but then you really don't even hear from them
Yeah.
anymore. So I think what's more important is just being consistent and building a community on your platform,
Mm.
because those are the people who are gonna stick around for
Yeah.
years and years and years. Like there's people commenting on my videos who've been around since day one. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So I think there's value in that versus just having one video that's shot to the moon. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
No, that's good.
yeah.
All right, so let's dive in just a little bit.
Hmm.
You came to the city,
Yep.
Oklahoma City, to play at
Yes,
UCO.
ma'am.
Go Bronchos.
Yeah.
I'm an alumni, so just
Okay,
FYI,
okay,
like,
cool, cool.
I
Okay, I ain't know
graduated a
that.
long time
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
And so tell me what that transition has been like. Cause I
Hmm.
was an athlete. So
Yeah.
I know playing a sport all your life and then
Yeah.
to not have that, what
Yeah.
what was that like for you?
Oh man, to be honest, I was lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because being an athlete, your whole day is structured. Like in the
Mhm.
morning, you got to lift weights, then you got to go to class, then you eat lunch, then you go back to practice, then you go to study hall, and by
Yeah.
that time it's 9 to 10 o'clock. It's time to go to bed and do it all over. So once I didn't have all that structure, I really didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of lost.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And that used to eat at me. It ate at me for a long time because I don't want to get like too spiritual or nothing, but like
No, go
I've
ahead.
I've always had like a deep feeling in me that I was meant to be
Hmm.
something, to
Hmm.
do something better or more. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And then when I'm clocking into some of those jobs I had that I didn't like,
Hmm.
and people trying to talk to me crazy, it's like, man, I know I'm destined for more than this, and
Yeah.
it used to eat me up. Like man, I used to go home and just be sick, but
Yeah.
luckily, I was able to find the content, and that kind of grounded me and kind of helped me out of that space. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's big. I think, let me say, stop saying I think. I
Mm,
believe that there are some of us
yeah.
that have that inner
Yeah.
thing in us that's like,
Absolutely.
I'm destined for
Yeah.
more.
Yeah,
There's more
absolutely.
out there for me. I'm supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be doing bigger and better
Right.
things,
Yeah.
right? And so I love that you did bring that up, because I know
Mm,
there's somebody out there that's feeling that
for
exact
sure.
same thing.
For
What
sure.
would you tell them in this moment?
I would tell them, it's two scenarios.
Yeah.
If they're just stuck and they don't know what to do,
Hmm.
like the kind of like I was, I knew I was meant to be something greater than what I was doing, but I didn't know which avenue I was gonna
Yeah.
take to get there. My advice to them would just be get out and just do a bunch of stuff and see what you like, see what you
Yeah.
don't like, and kind of learn yourself. And in that way, you can kind of you'll be more likely to find your purpose.
Come on.
And then the second scenario, for people who they feel stuck, but they have an idea of what they want to
Hmm.
do, just get out there and do it.
Do
You got
it.
to start. You know what I'm saying? You got to put action behind those thoughts,
Yes.
because as long as you sitting there wishing, life gonna pass you by. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So you really got to get out here. You really got to put work into your dreams.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So powerful. Thank you for sharing
Oh yeah,
it.
absolutely.
What would you say, knowing what you know now,
Hmm.
what would you say to the Trey back at UCO?
Man, it's gonna get better. You
Hmm.
know, like I had just mentioned, I was kind of like I didn't realize it then, but I was in a dark place. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Fortunately, I didn't have thoughts of like harming myself or anything like that. It
Yeah.
didn't get that deep, but I wasn't happy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so I think that reflected in my relationships. With women, with my mom.
Yeah.
I probably wasn't the best dad that I could be. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I would just tell him like, man, just keep going. It's gonna get better. You're gonna
Yeah.
find your purpose. You're gonna find your reason, and life gonna blossom.
Yeah.
You know?
Come on. Come
Yeah.
on. I love it. I
Yep.
love it. Thank you for that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so when you think about legacy, not just numbers,
Hmm.
the followers, the likes, your clients, but your actual footprint, what do
Yeah.
you want people to say about Trey as a creator and as a man?
That's deep. As a creator, I just want to be recognized as somebody who is, putting out content with a purpose in mind. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like I want to put Oklahoma on the map. I want to show that there is stuff to do out here. I
Yeah.
want to expose as many people as I can to all the great stuff we have going on in Oklahoma City and Tulsa and just the state. Period.
Yeah.
I think that's it as far as the content creator, but as the man, um, I just want to be recognized as a solid individual. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I try to do. I try to treat everybody with respect. You know what I'm saying? I do what I say I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And just try to be as genuine as possible.
Yeah.
I want to be. Um, I want it to be known that I really did try to help as many people as I possibly could.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Um, I feel like we've kind of addressed this, but I'm gonna
Hmm.
just kind of word it in a different way.
Okay.
And so if you feel something more that you want to share, please feel free. For
Hmm.
anyone listening who feels stuck between fear and focus, because
Yeah.
we talked about what your fear was,
Yeah.
right? And you can share what that was that we talked about.
Mhm.
I want to give you that option to
Yeah.
do that.
All right.
What advice would you give them to take that first step toward creating something meaningful?
Mhm. I think the only way to get over fear is to face it.
Hmm.
If you use, like, I'm just use content creation because that's what I do.
Yeah.
I know some of the fears I had was like, man, some people gonna talk about me. They might laugh at me, and I went through all that. look, man, they gonna talk about you.
Yeah.
They gonna laugh at you. They talking about you anyway. You know what I'm saying? But you might as well get out here and do your thing, man. And you gonna turn all those people into believers once
Yeah.
the ball really get rolling. Cause it's a lot of people who, you know, I heard them talking. I saw them laughing, and you know, now they supporters. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They see that it's real. You
Yeah.
know, so that would be my biggest thing.
Let me ask this, and we're gonna go a little deep because I think there's a lot of people out there that, for whatever reason, they don't, and this ain't on the cue card, so we're gonna
Yeah.
throw that away.
All right.
There's a lot of people that think that, I don't want to start something or I don't want to do something because of what others will say or
Yeah.
think, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know you've dealt with
Oh
that.
yeah, for sure.
I have my own thoughts on it,
Yeah.
but what is it that you would say to those that are the ones that are being negative or whatever
Mhm.
the case may be? And I'm
Yeah.
gonna be completely honest with you. In our community, sometimes it's the worst,
Oh yeah,
right?
for sure.
I
For
don't
sure.
understand it.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
can talk about generational,
Yep.
conditioned, all the things.
Mhm.
What can we say to those that are those people?
Yeah. I would say to them, find what you like to do, because I
Hmm.
feel like if you see somebody out here really trying to do something that they want to do and you got an issue with it to the point where you talking about them and you laughing at them, it's something inside of you that
Hmm.
ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Like you're insecure about something that's going on with you. You may be one of the people who feel stuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So find you something to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Find
He
you
said,
something to
find
do.
you something to
Yeah,
do.
you know,
Yeah.
find what you like, man. And then
Yeah.
you can go on and do that. But don't try to crap on somebody else who
Yeah.
out here really trying to chase their dreams. You know,
Yeah.
that's not cool. So yeah, that'll probably be my biggest thing.
I love it.
Hmm.
I believe that is the most important. Like, that's the reason why we have so many people out there that are
Yeah.
negative or whatever the case
Yeah.
may be, because it's something that they're dealing with internally. And so I always say
Hmm.
give them grace,
Yeah.
because you never know what people are going
Right.
through,
That's true.
right?
That's
But
true.
for anybody out there that is so worried about, what the other person is saying,
Yeah.
I truly believe you just got to start. Because
Hmm.
I have this platform, right? Let me
Yeah.
be real honest with you. And I am one of the most, like, I just want everybody to win. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Everybody ain't like that though. You
I
know.
know,
Yeah.
I realize.
Yeah.
And production is
Yeah.
amazing. Everything is great, right?
Absolutely.
But I still have people in those comments. I
Yeah.
still have people that have something to say.
Hmm.
And so it's hard at times,
Oh yeah.
but I think as you evolve and as you grow in whatever it is that you're
Mhm.
doing, you're gonna get to a point where you're like, I don't
Oh
care.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
like,
Hey, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't quite there yet, because
yeah,
I see some comments like, man, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But I usually just delete it, and I'll
yeah,
block them or something. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But
yeah.
yeah, I ain't quite there yet.
Yeah,
You know?
you doing something that's amazing. You're doing
Yeah.
something that, yes, are there a lot of other people doing it? Yes,
Hmm.
but you have your own unique way. And so I just want to personally thank you for being here. I
Oh
want to
man,
say,
thank you.
continue to do what you're doing
Mm,
because we definitely need it,
yeah.
especially in our city,
Right.
right?
Yep.
And we need that representation. I strongly believe that there are young people looking at you saying, if he can do it,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm
For sure.
saying?
I've had a couple
Yeah,
people come up to me, from little kids on to
yeah,
adults, like older people. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So that's been amazing, and that just drives me to keep doing what I do.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So
What's next for you if you want to share?
oh yeah, expanding.
Come
I'm
on.
trying to get into travel. I just went on a 10-day cruise over in the
Come
Mediterranean. We
on.
hit Turkey, Greece, Italy. So I got a whole little travel series that I'm about to put out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And we working on some merch and stuff like
Come on,
that. So yeah, we
merch.
trying to just build the brand.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
Hmm.
Is there anything else you want to share before we end this conversation in the real room?
No, I think I'm good, but I just want to tell you that I really appreciate you having me on.
Yeah.
This was awesome. So
Yeah.
I had a great time.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Listen, I heard I was a whole vibe,
Oh
but
yeah, for
we'll
sure,
see.
for
Now,
sure. Yeah, no, I had a great time up here.
cool,
Absolutely,
cool.
yeah.
Well, how can people follow you
Hmm.
that may not know?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and Ooh, Instagram and TikTok.
Okay.
On as BigTray TV and YouTube. YouTube, by the way, BigTray TV, BIGTRE TV, and on Facebook I'm under Tre Smith, so that's just TRE Smith.
Okay.
So yeah,
Perfect.
you can catch me on those.
Listen, catch them. Catch them on those.
Y'all
Okay, cool. All right. Well, we're going to end this thing.
All right.
Listen, create the content.
Mm-hmm.
All you got to do is just start. It doesn't matter what anybody says. Just do it.
Yep.
Because if you don't do it, somebody else will.
So.
Until next time, keep it real.